Hey everyone, I hope you all are safe and doing good. So, if you are a first year student and you are aiming to get a good placements or internship, then I know there are many things going on in your mind right now, many questions like from where to start preparing, how do I prepare for placements and internship, what language, what technology I should learn now, what should be the ideal roadmap. There are many things going on. There are so many, you can say, fields, AI, ML, trending languages, trending fields, from where to start learning these things, what skill I should acquire. There are many things. How to start learning coding, for which language I should go first. So if you are in this situation, then don't worry. Watch the video till the end and I will try to clear all your doubts till the end. So let's start. Very first thing is, let's face the truth. If you are in first year, then most of the student think that okay, we'll start from next semester or next year. It's just first year, we'll have to prepare for placements are in fourth year, or internships will get in third year, so we have time. No, you don't have time. The earlier you start, easier things get later. Think of it like compounding. Every bit of skill you learn now gets multiplied by, you can say, 10 when you reach to final year. So it's like compounding. The students who are clear from the first year itself, that yeah, they are focused, then after 4 year or during the college itself, they get good internships and placements as well. But those who are not clear even from the first year, right? They are not focused, they are not clear about their goals and all. So those are the same students who are now in, maybe suppose in final year, and they ask questions such that I don't know anything, I haven't prepared much, I wasted my 3 years and placements are coming now. How should I prepare, ma'am? So see, this first year is really crucial point for you. How you are going to spend your 4 years. That is really important. And 4 years are enough time. Don't worry about that. To upskill yourself, to learn things, to get placements, these are enough. Plus, you will get enough time to have fun with friends, you to have fun with your friends or family, as well as parties and all. If you prepare or plan these 4 years from the first year itself, from the first semester itself. Now, there are few things you have to prepare. You have to start preparing from the first year itself. First thing which matters if you want a good placement or internship is your CGPA. Yes, CGPA matters. Then comes data structure and algorithm. Then your resume, like especially your projects. Then other core CS subjects. To somewhat they are important, not much, but yeah, to somewhat. Plus, apart from these technical skills, your soft skills like communication skill, that matters. One extra thing is that is aptitude, but that is sometimes optional. If you are preparing for those product based companies, top tech companies, man companies, they don't ask generally aptitude questions. If you sit in service based companies or startups and such kind of thing, yeah, there is a apti round. So that is not that much tough. You can prepare apti within 1 to 3 months. That's it. It will not take time. But these things will take time. Very first thing is now CGPA. Your CGPA matters, yes. It's crucial. So if anybody say that your CGPA doesn't matter, no, he's lying or she's lying. It matters. You know that everywhere, when you sit in on campus or off campus, there is, especially in on campus, there is eligibility criteria. The students who are above 6.5 CGPA or 7 CGPA sometimes can sit in this company or in this interview. Yes. So here CGPA matters. Second thing is, sometimes you are above the CGPA, but at the end, after 2 3 rounds, if still they have to filter out student, they get many students, so they filter out students again based on CGPA. They'll call for interview those students whose CGPA is higher. Some students is having 8 plus CGPA, some is having 9 plus CGPA, so they will prefer the students who is having 9 plus CGPA or 8 plus CGPA rather than 7 plus. And you don't even know that thing. These things are hidden, they happen sometimes internally. So yes, your CGPA matters. Try to maintain your CGPA from the first semester itself. At least 7 plus. At least 7 plus. If you are good enough and you can maintain 8 plus or 9 plus, that's good. I'll say go for like 8 plus is great. And only first year and second year, these 2 years are great to, maintain your CGPA to 8 plus or 9 plus. Because after second year, in third year, final year, you have many things going on, internships, placements, seminars, and you have so much burden, maybe some kind of, sometimes you have stress and all. So during these first and second year, you don't have that much stress about placements, internships and all, projects or seminars and all. So you can maintain your CGPA during these 2 years itself. So please focus on your CGPA. Okay, it's not that much tough. One important tip I want to give you here is there are some internal marks as well as faculty give internal marks. Suppose out of 50 and 100 marks paper, suppose you have the external marks. So one student who is a disciplined student, who during the whole semester, you know he's a punctual student or she is just like a punctual student, it's a good student, submit assignments or projects or having a good attendance and all. So that student will give extra marks definitely in internals, sometimes get 49 marks. And in external, suppose he got only suppose 60 marks. So you can see the total 60 plus 49. One student who is not disciplined, yeah, he study, and in external also he gets or she gets 60 marks, but he was not good during the whole semester, not in mid, he didn't perform well in mid semesters, or not a disciplined student, not punctual, bunking the classes, having short attendance and something like that. So generally, like based on internal assessment, faculty definitely give him less marks, suppose 25 or 30 marks. So now see, external marks are same, but because of internal marks, you can now notice the difference in the CGPA. It matters. So your internal marks matters. So please maintain a good behavior throughout the semester if you want to get good internal marks. So these things matters. So CGPA matters. Second thing is, now comes with like DSA part. So DSA is really crucial if you're now preparing for those top tech companies or product based companies or MANG companies. MANG companies like they company Google, Microsoft, and Amazon. These companies specially focus on DSA. 95% they ask in every round, whether it's for placements or for internships, only DSA questions. So that is really important. Okay. Service based company also ask question from this, even startups and all. So maybe suppose you are applying for a specific in startup, a specific role, React or something like that. So in that case, maybe they don't focus much on DSA. But generally, I'm just telling you this thing that DSA matters, whether it's on campus placements or off campus, especially if you're targeting MANG companies or a good role in tech. So DSA is crucial. Now for DSA, you have to learn a programming language. Now many students think that which programming language they should start learning. There are many programming languages: Python, Java, C, C++, C, JavaScript. Although you can learn DSA in any programming language, but I would recommend you should go for, especially for DSA, either Java or C++. Right? Java is mainly focused from placement purpose or for industry, heavily used in industry. So we prefer mostly Java. C++ is for those who want to go in competitive programming later, games development, competitive programming. For those, C++ is better. In Java, we can do everything, front end, back end. It supports everything. So that's why Java is crucial. So from the first year itself, start learning. At the very first, start learning any programming language. Any programming language. I'll not say that go for this is. At least start learning Python, Java, C++, C, whatever. You have 3-4 months during your first semester. So at the last of the semester, you will be really good in that one programming language. And how many programming language you should go for? You don't need to go for multiple programming languages. Just one is enough to get a good placement. Yes, that's true. Maybe over the period of time, you learn many other programming languages, frameworks, and all. But at starting to get a placement, one programming language, you should be really good in one programming language. Anyone you can choose. For placement purpose, we focus more on Java. Right? So from first year itself, then once you think that you are now good in any one programming language, now go for DSA. Start learning DSA. Basic concepts from basics to advanced. Divide your day daily. Consistency matters rather than perfection. So focus on discipline and consistency. Don't rely on motivation. Don't rely on perfection. Rely on discipline and consistency. These things matters. Every day, just focus that to start coding, to start programming, I will devote 1 hour for theory, 1 hour for practice. Or maybe if theory part, you can just do like 30 minutes or 45 minutes. and 1 hour at least for practice questions on that same topic. That's really important. Okay. So if you are interested to learn DSA, you want to be good in DSA as well as Java, then and you're searching for a good resource, then I have just recently started new batch of my DSA with Java course. So we'll cover here complete Java as and DSA. So if you don't know anything, if you're just 12th pass or first year student, you can still go for this course. I'll cover Java from scratch in deep, plus then go for DSA basic to advanced. And there is every week we have a live doubt resolution session as well. So you can join that session and I'm here to answer your queries. Plus you will have access to a dedicated WhatsApp group also. So you can join that group. There also you can ask your doubt. It's a good idea to connect with the peers, the other students who are in the same group, and to discuss something. Plus, it's not just theory sessions. We cover placement questions, handpicked placement questions asked in top tech companies, lead code questions, quizzes, assignments, and we'll be working on projects as well. At last, you will get a course completion certificate and special resume building support as well. You will get so some resume preparation tips, interview tips, and those extra sessions would be there, right? And right now, early bird offer is going on for first 500 students. You will get extra 20% discount on this after applying the coupon code best 500. So this would be just 7,999. Plus, for those who are needy students who can't afford at one time the complete payment, for that we have an EMI installment option as well. They can It's a no cost EMI 1701 per month. So if you are interested, you can go and check out the link in the description box. Now comes to projects. Yes, projects are important for resume selection for that. So some students can build web development projects also. It's up to you in which field you are interested. Some web development projects you can go for like development thing, web development or app development or ML projects, chatbot kind of thing, or many fields are there, many things are there. But if you want start with easy one, so it's like development projects with HTML. Generally students learn HTML, CSS and JavaScript, and they start building projects. Then they learn some frameworks, React and all, and then like that. So there are three things while going for projects. It should be at the first in the first semester on the first year. Start building small projects. Don't worry about that. Yeah, there should be 2 3 great projects at the last in fourth year in your resume. But now you're in first year, so start building small projects. Maybe something like a to-do list or portfolio sites or a simple chatbot, that kind of thing. At least start doing this thing. So you should have a small goal. At the end of this semester, I'll have at least two small projects, two mini projects. I'll say two mini projects in my resume. Maybe not if you are starting learning DSA first, maybe not web development projects, but based on the programming language you learn and DSA you learn, there are many options, many projects option you can build. At least but two projects at the end of this semester. And I would say do not aim to master everything within first year itself, but you have to build confidence step by step. At least start learning a programming language, any programming language. You wanna learn with C? Go with C. Great. Go with that. C++. You can go Python. You can go Java. You can go with that. But at least start. Don't waste time searching which programming language I should learn first. At least one programming language. Why we recommend Java? Because it's mostly used in industry. For placement purpose, it's great. Any one programming language you pick, learn. Over the period of time, we know that you have to learn many other skills as well. But at least start with any one programming language from first year itself. From first year. At the end of first semester, not first semester. So at the end of first year, at least you should have two mini projects with you. Okay. Then comes to core CS subjects. Yes, these subjects matters. So you have to do that thing also. You can start preparing whenever they teach in the class. Just you have to be attentive in that class only. It's not that you have to give extra time to these CS subjects. No, I don't think so. Prepare notes, or if you don't want to prepare notes, I'm sure that there are 2 3 4 students in your class that who will prepare notes. So you can just take out notes from them, right? Especially CS subjects, I'm saying computer network, then its operating system and DBMS and OOPS. You should focus on mainly these subjects. Okay. These are core CS subjects, so not that much great, but yeah, there are few topics which are important in every core subject, so you should focus more on those topics, like in DBMS normalization, I think concurrency, joins, and these things. Okay, in this that protocols, TCP/IP, and all. So there are few topics in every subject on which you have to focus, not on entire subject. Okay. Plus, obviously, to maintain a good CGPA, you have to be good in these subjects as well, and you have to maintain CGPA as well. So just that. It will not take much time. You don't have to give extra time to prepare these subjects. Yes, extra time you have to give if you're not good in coding, if you're not good in DSA. So that will take time. That will need your time. Now, these are about tech or tech skills. Now comes to your communication skills. Yes, communication skills also matters when it comes to interview for placements or for internship. Especially interviewer, the interview would be in English language. So you don't have to be really having a great vocab and that much. It's just that you know simple language, you can speak, you can express your thoughts, you can express you can answer at least the questions in simple English language so that they can understand. Grammar sometimes doesn't matter. Okay. So that much English you know, it's great. So from the first semester itself, start working on your communication skills because now you have time. And the final year, don't think that okay, I'll learn English and the final year itself. It will take few, 15 or 10 days or 1 month. That's it. No, these things takes time also. So start preparing, start learning, working on your communication skills. At least in your group, you can have some discussion in English. Try to speak as much English as you can. Yeah, don't be shy. Very first thing. Maybe you fumble or maybe you are not able to speak fluently, your grammatical mistakes and all. You know, you have to think really for a long time before speaking a sentence. So these things happens in starting with everyone, but at least start discussing with your friends and it's like if you are still shy then in front of mirror at least you can try 15, 20, 30 minutes every day. Start speaking, take a particular theme or subject and start speaking on that subject 10 lines, 20 lines, like that. So when you speak, it comes automatically. You don't have to go for any specific course to learn English or to enhance your communication skill. Trust me, it's true. Just speak. So from first semester itself, start working on this. Now, I guess if you follow these steps after first semester, first year, you will be good enough in one programming language as well as good enough in DSA. Or at that time, you have two mini projects, so you can start applying for internships in second year itself, online remote internship in startups or something like that. And yeah, two more extra things. Git GitHub. It's really important. Start learning it in GitHub, version control, how to commit your projects on GitHub. Whatever projects you have, publish that on GitHub. These are really important nowadays. So parallelly, start learning this. Plus, LinkedIn profile. Start maintain your LinkedIn profile. Stop scrolling reels or shorts on Instagram or YouTube. Rather than that, start building your LinkedIn profile. Start sharing your progress, everyday progress on LinkedIn. You have to learn in public, kind of that. Any hashtag you can use and that kind of thing. So every day you have to share your progress with LinkedIn. See, everyone starts as a beginner. And trust me, if you follow this plan, if you start utilizing your time from first year itself with this like roadmap kind of thing, in the second year when you come, you are already ahead of 80% of the students. Trust me. But from the first day itself, you have to start working on this thing. Utilize your free time. In first year, second year, you have free time. I know there are so many vacations as well, or after some midterms, or maybe after exams and term exams, you have free time. Yeah, you have to go to like maybe for vacations with friends, and I know this time will never come back. So yeah, you can balance this thing easily. For few days, 1 2 3 days, you can in during those vacations you can hang out with friends. Apart from that, now back to the routine. Focus on what you want. You have to achieve something at the last. Your family, your parents have some expectations with you. So, and you also have some expectation with yourself. So, set your goals. I know sometimes it happens. You are ambitious enough, but you are lazy. Why so? Lazy. Why so? Because you are not clear what to do. So you have to set goals. You have to be clear what you want to achieve. What are your goals? Set small goals, not a big one that, okay, after final year, I want placement in Google. That's a big goal. What is the small goal for this semester, for next semester? What is that? So you have to achieve those small goals. Then only you can go to that big goal. You can achieve that goal. So I hope this video will help you. If you think that, okay, this is helpful for me, then you share this video with your friends in your college group, or especially with that friend who are still confused how to start coding or something like that. So that's it for this video now. Let me just know in comment section. Are you going to follow this routine? Are you in first year, or maybe you are in second year? So, or you want that such kind of roadmap or such kind of videos for other, like maybe for second year or third year, or more such kind of videos? You can just let me know in comment section. Okay, so now I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care.